Nice to meet you. My name is Tae-Dong Lee. I am now responsible for the Samsung Smart TV team, and especially focusing on the SDK, software development kit. And in this section is maybe I want to present to you is how to develop an app, and then is how to going into the market. This is the first. That is my content scenario. This is first is I wanna explain that is smart TV overview based on technical side. This is previous the Samsung woman explained about the Samsung smart TV, but it's a technical basically we define that smart TV some different side, and is this is my first section, and then it's go to the SDK section. That is, I will explain the overview about that is SDK. That's it. Now is our SDK is 2.3. That means is it takes 2 years ago we released the SDK the first time, and then it's now maybe 2 years has passed now, and its functionality or technology is going into this high technology. And so lastly, I will explain about that is abstract. This is many developers maybe question about that is app certification, and is I wanna explain the whole process, and then is completed my presentation. After presentation, maybe I will receive that is question, because that is after my presentation time, I will go to the airplane. And it's maybe my whole is presentation is 1 hour, one and a half hours, and then it's maybe 10 or 20 minutes is a question from you. This is first is what is a smart TV? As I mentioned, it's based on technical side. That we mentioned about it is smart TV is a lot of times, but this word is first started from 2011 C-show, Consumer Electronics Show. This is a big show, and then we mentioned about the smart TV, and a lot of company mentioned about smart TV. It's Sony and it's Panasonic. There is some different meaning, but it's Samsung now. Based on products, we define it as smart TV. What is smart TV? I will explain. Then my team is a software group, and is VD means is visual display. It means is a TV division. I will explain that is a history, and is what is a Samsung Smart TV, and is what is the main service. Maybe this slide is include a lot of items. Maybe anyone understand this slide, and maybe he understand this concept about the Samsung Smart TV all items, because this thing is mentioned. Samsung is now have prepared a lot of things from 2007. Now it's 2011. You are shown here. But it's maybe Samsung started this internet-based service from 2007. The name is InfoLive, or some countries InfoLink. At this time, there's RSS-based news, weather, stock service only. This service was implemented using the C++ code. It means it's 1, 2, 3. The implementation combined into the formula. This is anyone hope change the service, we should change all formula. That is very inconvenient method. This is a total source code, maybe it's 1,000 lines, but our TV formula lines is about this 100,000 code. This is only 1% service should be changed into the U formula. This is a very inconvenient or inefficient way to implement the method. This is we mentioned static service. And it's jumping to the 2008, the service name is Power Import. In this thing, the UI is such like that. And this UI, we call it as manager here, and each service inside here. It is an implementation, each service implemented with script. That at this time is a JavaScript we used. And also, each service can be plugged in. Add, addition, removal is possible. But as the manager, we implemented the C++ code. It means also, each service can be upgraded. But as any managing or controlling, at the time, we changed all TV firmware. This is one advance, but it's anyway inconvenient or inefficient way to develop side. That is, in this section, we launched the YouTube service, and it's built with the support, and it's added service. And jumping to the 2009, the name maybe is a very famous name, Internet TV. This is a website is a whole UI. The manager also implemented using the JavaScript. It means is all service or manager or control is possible to upgrade. From 2009, we can upgrade the old services here. Jump into. Also, is 2009 SDK release. September 2009 September is we first TV side, TV industry, the first release the SDK. This is a big challenge from here. And then as we jump into the here, there is Apple launched this App Store 2008. And Samsung is reflected the concept from here and is implemented the 2010 Internet TV. It means the ecosystem is maybe completed here. The UI is such like the full UI, and is such like is icon is share recommended or is general icons here. 15 icons. And this from is 2010, the ecosystem is started. Ecosystem means is SDK, the developer developing using this SDK, and is a developer community site is also, and last is the App Store. Three action is maybe ecosystem. We mentioned is ecosystem. There's a 2009 SDK, community site is 2009, and App Store is 2010. That's we started this ecosystem from 2010. For TV industry, this is first company that we started is 2010. And is also we launched the paid app system, Korea and USA, only two countries. Anyways, this is other country input. Here is Apple App Store, or here is maybe Sony TV, and then Samsung is the advanced, the technology-based the ecosystem here. In this year, we launched this some differentiated services. As I mentioned, is a web browser, search or some items. It means is only showing the information. And 2010 is echo means is any develop app, and they go into the market by developer himself. 2011, that's we launched the 4 differentiated services based on Samsung. It means as a developer cannot join into the here. But it's also after is we strength that is an ecosystem. But it's 4 differentiated services, web browser, search, or some other thing. It means as a Samsung aggregate the content provider or content and then broadcast distribute to the developer or consumer. Until 2010, Samsung only provided that is content to consumer. But in 2011, from Samsung aggregate content and then distributed the consumer. This is a big challenge, this thing also. This is you can see there is a search function here, search and your video, same. That from the Netflix, from this Voodoo, from this Blockbuster, we gather the metadata and then distribute this consumer. Consumer select this content and then it's consumer showing the seeder is a video clip. This is a big change. Maybe is Samsung Inside is technical basis. Basically, we approached something like that. Now it's 2011. We are searching or studying about that. It's 2012 product. This is also is a big challenge or big change because there is in this thing until here only showing here aggregating 2012 making the content. Samsung is now trying to making our own content and then broadcasting distributed to consumer. This is a big jump into this new area. Maybe in this slide is varies. Maybe how to change this Samsung Smart TV technology. This maybe is maybe it's a big good presentation file in this one page only. That is based on developer. This is joining to the here from here because the 2009 is our TV set. The number of TV is very little, and from the 2010 a lot of TV set globally, and it's developed one app. It jumped into the 2010 and 2011. Maybe it's 2012. That says that 3 years TV set totally number is maybe about very big number. I think it's a big number. That says that in Korea or USA, a lot of develop app for global scope, not only one country. At the time, maybe this is a good choice because there is we are platform different from mobile side, same platform. It's one app going to the all devices, TV and BD side, AV devices. And next is maybe I mentioned this main four differentiated services in this year, and one is a strong ecosystem. Here is another point is smart hub. From the 2010 is content entry is three types. First is internet TV, and second is the content. Last is media player. When you click plug in USB plug in into the TV set, you can see that last is a menu. But it's from this 2011 smart hub, all content entry here. You want to see the any content, you can click this smart hub, and then you can see that any item from internet online, or is offline is video or audio here. This is one of them. The opposite is Samsung differentiated services. It's a search your video Samsung App Store here. It's web browser here. And this is the change from the 2010 world and 11. This is we left side. You can see there is any icons. Four main features: view video, search, web browser, social TV. This is a main core service. Smart hub is entry, all contents. This is a four main feature, and one is App Store. We strength that is Samsung App Store. This is 11. We targeting is App Store is 1,000 apps now. This is now the July based on the data is about 650 apps. Samsung App Store, Samsung TV App Store, and we are end of this year is 1,000 apps. It's next year maybe 3,000 about. That app is last year 2010 March we had only 50 apps. This is 1 year and half that take 650 apps now. That means is our number of apps is increased exponentially. You know that is from 2008, Apple launched the App Store. How to increase the number of apps is exponentially. Second order, that Samsung is also saying from the 2010, now is increased exponentially. Maybe it's 2 years later, our apps number maybe is 100,000 about. We think so. This is a point, one point here. This is in this session is all developers join because they're here. But as you can understand the four main features because you can join into the here. Smart home maybe you know there is a lot of items. I want to explain about that here, advertisement side. This is you can see here Samsung added, and then you can also join into the here. In this year, we defined the Samsung Smart TV based on product here, such as your video, web browser, social TV, and smart hub. This is the software side here, and devices is input device, Bluetooth remote controller, and it's a Galaxy Tab or Galaxy S, and from the 2010 App Store. This is a plus we defined it here. Samsung Smart TV means is this thing. Then I briefly explain about them. Four main features is your video, such like that. This service is launched on USA and several European countries. But it's this item is very important to us because the Samsung is now going to the aggregate. This is a video clip, the thumbnail here displayed, and anyone is clicked depthly and going to the here, and then it's the content provider's list is displayed here. Blockbuster, Netflix, or Love and Voodoo. And then it's the right side is display the price, content price. It means it's the Caribbean movie, the Blockbuster $1, Netflix $2, or the method is displayed here. Subscribe or each content payment method. And this item is display the one content how to paid by each content provider. This is consumer can understand easily. This content, each content provider paid each system and the price here. Then jump into the here. You can see the here. And next is the search function is the most upper side is the UI here. Anyone is clicked is jump into the here. Search, app search, there is the movie search, or Google search is possible. You know there is search is Google, but Samsung is also jumping into the search function. Also, Samsung can provide that is OCR search function. You can at the home you use that is PC and Galaxy Tab or Galaxy S. And the TV can search this content on PC or Galaxy Tab OS using the OCR functionality. This is based on full browser. Samsung is weak point, but it's the TV side the OCR point is a strong point. This is in this year state. The next year we make the strong full browser functionality. This is Samsung is advanced the search function is from this year. Maybe it's here you full UI. Anyways, the first is your video, the content aggregate. Second is the search function is Google side. IT base is company concept, but it's Samsung TV. Samsung Smart TV also is approaching the search function. Third is there is PC side the full browser. It means you can maybe see there is any Android market or Apple market, any app jump into this Chrome browser and return to this app. Samsung also now is trying the same function, but it's now no connection jump app, Chrome browser or Chrome browser app, no connection in this year. But however, it's, from the next year we will use the same functionality, app jump into Chrome browser and then it's return to the app. It means it's a payment system. Any content providers can add that payment system. Maybe next section is maybe I will explain Samsung's SDK maybe add that is building and ad system, advertisement system from this September in this year. Also is from the next year we can jump into the Chrome browser and return to the app. Any content provider or photo company has the payment system. And any developer or any consumers wanted to pay the contents, jump into their own portal site, and then it's pay and return to the app. That is possible from the next year. That is a big challenge because that is in this year. Until in this year, we don't have any on the money. But it's from the next year we make the strong business model into the smart TV. This is one point is a Chrome browser, jump and return. This is we hope that maybe this is technical side of the web-based tool and kind of next we use that as a graphic engine. And next is the social TV. Maybe you know that it's Facebook and Twitter is when you're watching the TV together. Also use that as a messenger. Next is the convergence side. Is we can launch the 2010 remote app. From in this year we added this functionality. You can maybe touch screen here, touch and this is right up and below. This is possible. And second TV consider the Galaxy Tab or Galaxy S2, Galaxy S2. You can bring this TV signal into your mobile device. Then, as you know, that TV is maybe it's heavy, not moving, not easy to move at the home. This is you can go to the toilet or restroom. At the time is you carry this any mobile device, and you bring the TV signal here and go to the restroom, watching the TV and return, and this is going into this TV signal on the TV set. This is one items. That it maybe is we think is a powerful as a software functionality. The first section. Next is how to your app jump into the Samsung Smart TV. And maybe it's the best way use that is SDK. Yeah, maybe since you know there is a software development key, a lot of companies release now is SDK. That is Samsung also. From the 2009 September, we released the SDK. This is now current version is 2.3.2 SDK version. In this month, end of July, we'll release the 2.5. Then maybe it's a functionality some differentiating. That we make this higher level UI while they integrate this SDK. But I will explain based on the 2.3 current version on the Samsung Developer Forum. There is step is history, some is tutorial, and feature. Lastly, I will explain tech spec and next SDK. And maybe we hope that it's easy and efficient development using the SDK. There is a history. That from this July 2009, this is we started this SDK 1.00. At the time is only widget. Widget means is Samsung JavaScript and HTML and CSS. It's the only thing. And jumping to the 2010 March, the Korean egg contest is we released that is 1.3. That's we added the polish. And 1.5 USA egg contest last year, August, we added a visual editor. And yes, 1.8 is European egg contest in September. That says we added there is a lot of features for 11-year products, flash, STL, device engine. That is 2.0, 2.3. Now is 2.3. That says 11 is stable software is embedded into the SDK. That is JavaScript debugger is also possible now. That I want to mention about there is the total technical number, 65 now. You can see here, number is 2012. That is March. Same as March. That is 65. A lot of the document is released. Maybe it's in this end of this year, I checked there is a number of documents is 100. A lot of documents. Maybe after hearing there is some general overview, and there is a jump into the each, you want to say each documentation and then read it. Maybe it's very helpful because there is we total is 3,000 the page for all documentation. Maybe it's a lot of pages. This thing is architect, and maybe it's I hope you should understand this middle side block, because some software module different between TV and SDK. I wanna explain why in these modules can be supported on SDK. But some module is not supported on SDK. You should understand it here. First, I will explain Lua. Now this Lua can be supported. Lua script. A lot of apps now using this JavaScript or Flash. One app does not exist using the Lua on Smart TV now. Anyways, Lua can be supported on Samsung Smart TV, but not recommended because it's not stable now. And this thing. And second is a browser block. We have two browsers. One is Samsung one is Maple browser, and second is Web-based full browser. If anyone click the icon for app, the Maple browser launched the app. It means it's a Maple browser used for app development. And Web-based is a full browser used. That is 2011, such like that. But it's from 2012, Web-based full browser engine also used for app and app development. Now it's 11 product. From 12 product, we will only use Web and GTK rendering engine. That is one point. And it's some difficult concept with the SF is a service extension framework. It means it's include the device API, EMP, external device. We received a lot of requests from the content provider how to use this our native code, such like the glib or some other utility library. At the time, you can use that thing using the SCF. That I mentioned is that we can support the JavaScript. You implement your app using the JavaScript. At the time, you can also use your own native code using this SCF. Maybe our documentation is released into the Samsung Developer Forum, and you can read it, and you can develop your own native library, and then the lastly is JavaScript control and UI implementation. This thing. And next is the HAS, HTTP adaptive streaming. It's a Samsung one solution that is we can support adaptive streaming and live streaming. Maybe it's the video content provider maybe is targeting here. There is adaptive, there is bandwidth. We check there is bandwidth. At that time, bandwidth maybe 1 Mbps above. We use that HD contents. But it's less than 1 Mbps at the time. It's changed SD. Here. This is and live streaming, as you know, there is maybe, I don't know, it's Taiwan, any company for live streaming. In USA or European countries, a lot use that. A lot of content providers live streaming. Maybe a lot of people mention about the Apple live streaming, Apple HTTP streaming. Here, two solutions can be supported. And plus, maybe some also is some difficult side is that now the plus 10.1 and L 2.5 can be supported on SDK, and stagecraft 2.0 based. But it's this thing is 11 product. Jump into the 2010 product, flashlight 3.1. There is other way. Don't guarantee there is compatibility between this the previous version. It means is any content provider developer develop app using the plus 10.1, but it's this app not jumping to the 2010 because the flashlight 3.1 cannot support that thing. The reverse is okay. 2010 you can develop app using the flashlight 3.1, but it's a 2011 product. It does not work. You change any technology. That is one point side. And we can also support the push service. When you start watching the TV set, any pop-up window is going to me. My friend call me or my friend talk to me. Such like that is pop-up window is possible. And here, maybe there is a channel-bound service. Maybe I'm watching any channel, automatically app launched. This is channel-bound service. European country we launched this a lot of broadcasting company, but it's not Asia now. This is here. A lot of here. We cannot, SDK cannot support the 3D side. Also DRM side, play ready, wideband. SDK cannot support that thing. You can understand that all software module can be supported on SDK except DRM side. Play ready, wideband, window media DRM cannot support it on SDK. And any content provider is making the app using this DRM. You develop an app using this SDK, UI and control and management. And then after complete that thing, you jump into this TV set directly. And it's a TV app can support the wideband, play ready, or window media DRM. And it's check on TV set, the DRM contents. This is the best way to develop an app using this DRM. And until this presentation page, this is an overview about the smart TV, and it's jumping to this physical side. I will explain quickly, and then I will show there's some demo on my SDK laptop computer. Then maybe we can support the visual editor. We hope that it's not professional, the basic developer. It means it's develop the individual developer use this thing because there is a drag drop and then it's the app working is possible. And maybe it's easy to use, design-centric templates is possible. We maybe hope that is any content any company is maybe such like organized. The developer team and design team is divided. At the time, design team use the visual editor, make the design. They save that is template files and then send it to the developer team. Developer make the JavaScript control some other thing. I know there is a lot of content company. It's only one organization, design and developer team is one team. But it's anyway, we hope that it's the beginner developer, and then it's a designer use the visual aid. We have that. Such like that is dragged up here. You can change this background image or some image here. Next is maybe video tutorial. We hope that this tutorial is help the video app developer or company. We now release it into the Samsung Developer Forum. Samsung Developer Forum now is you can download the SDK and a lot of documentation there. Maybe you can download the tutorial video source code and then it's structured such like that. And this thing is here JavaScript is your source code. You open this thing and you can see there is a full source code here. And it's one file here. Video is 2 files, 2 movies here, and you can open this XML directory. You can one XML file. That says you can change this link HTTP or your local. I will show that is some demo soon. And at the first stage, you can understand this documentation for developing the app. Because there is this thing is include all APIs. At the time, maybe it's you want to do that is any icon, any actions or any functionality based on TV function. At the time, this API provided that all functionality, and you can check this documentation. Also, our documentation is app development guide. The one documentation also exists. At the first stage, you should read that is documentation, app development guide, and the second is a device API. At the time, you select any software module. Maybe it's a video company is maybe read that is adaptive streaming or live streaming. Some other is information. And this device API is here, JavaScript here. Script language here, native code here. The binding API is, we call it device API. Now some change SCF. Maybe previous is architecture presentation page, I mentioned SCF. Include the device API. This is, you search this documentation on our Samsung Developer Forum. And very easy to use. You index.html file, you can declare such like that. Class ID here, and then it's object ID here. And then get element by ID is plugin player, instance make. 1.9, you want to use a plugin player. Player is video player. This is instance make. That's all. And then use that as API code. That's very easy to use. The audio is the same, plugin audio here, the class ID name, and then instance making, TV video, anyway, it's audio here, instance making, and then use that as API, based on device API documentation. This thing is UI. We hope, based on this tutorial, you make your own code. This is here, state bar, progress bar, and time, total time, current time, or the function, playback function right here, or state, description, maybe navigation here. I will show the demo now. I will show that. This is our SDK, the text editor. You can use coding here. Maybe I mentioned it here. A lot of it is the code here. When you download it from the Samsung Developer Forum, and then it's this source code, all is open now. And it's the 2 movie files here. you want to do that is changing. You can copy your file into this directory, and its last is here. That is, you can see that is a link. I use that as a local file, C drive. When you input this HTTP or MMS here, at the time is the content is also is possible to starting from the SDK. At the time, you only click this starting emulator. Maybe some resolution differentiation. I will move here. And you can navigate here. You also same UI on screen. I want to play the contents here. Click the play button. And full screen. And you can click this return button. And small size. The window change is also possible. This is any developer company for video. You can only change the link, the copy this file name, or is change the link, or any server side is URL. You can change and test here. This is we guarantee that thing. At the time, maybe it's as I mentioned, any content is protected by DRM, and you can send this file directly from your SDK and team side. Our documentation is also on Samsung Developer Forum, user app synchronization documentation name. And that's easily, you can check that our contents can be worked on Samsung Smart TV or not. This is an easy way to develop. Next is plushie. Now it's Samsung Smart TV is maybe 30% is plushie. 70, almost 70 is JavaScript, yeah? 30 is plushie. But it's basic, as I mentioned, is 2010, 2011. Any company has a big trouble now because there is a working app on 2010 not working 2011, or any app on 2011 app not working 2010. This is a company changing a lot of items. This is a big problem. We recommend this JavaScript. Maybe any company selected 1 year's production for app. This is a very easy development side. But if any company wants to do this our app into 2010, 2011, 2012, and that is pushing maybe it's difficult side. I think so. In my experience, the development duration is take longer than JavaScript. This is pushing is two types is supported on some Smart TV. First, is standalone. It means is SWF file only. The second is Flash plugin application means is action script can be communicated using this JavaScript. The second side, the technically, this is the first side is very easy way. The second side is some difficult. This is the only SW. Maybe it's a lot of content provider or company now has this SW file only. Then maybe first section, the development take 1 day. I guarantee, very easy way. And second thing is some item is difficult, but it's 1 week is enough time for development side. But it's as I mentioned, the compatibility is very difficult because the other way cannot guarantee about the thing. It's compatibility. Is a standalone is a 2010, 2011 is a possible. Now, Air 2011 only. The plug-in 2010, 2011 is possible based on flashlight. Any development company developed using the flashlight 3.1 at the time 2010 or 2011 is possible. But is any company using flash 10 or Air, this is only 2011 or so, only possible. This is some changing. Maybe it's this is only coded, full code this thing. Any developer select his standalone. This thing is full code. Body. Maybe it's a very easy way. Any company want to do is only 2011 product. I recommend this flash selection. This is the easy way. But our company want to do this 2011, 2012 or some more, and then it's select the JavaScript. This is the best way to adapt to the app into the Samsung Smart TV. That is, we have some configuration file. The name is config.xml file. And the default is we provided that is file. You only add the 2 lines standalone. But it's Air, you can add it as 2 lines here. As I mentioned, it's 1 day enough time. It's very easy. The flash plugin is added as some maybe 3 lines here. Maybe it's 5 lines, 2 lines more. Anyway, it's a very easy thing. That is a flash plugin. Any company wants to use a streaming, RTMP, RTMPE. At the time, this technical level is make it different side. RTMP protocol is very difficult. And this thing is only flash plugin. Flash plugin means action script working the SW file. Anyway, it's easy way. We hope there is a lot of items. Evo is Korean, is a famous company. This is a flash app. Maybe I skipped the demo. Very easy. Next is device interaction features. This is Samsung can support mobile device interaction, or is the USB HID device also is possible. This thing is a mobile device here and a smart TV here, the SDK, and it's a Wi-Fi. We using the Wi-Fi now is using this metadata, XML metadata. You can control it here side. But this slide is for 2011. 2012, now we are making this mobile framework. This means we open the mobile framework. You make your own app on mobile device, all mobile device. We open them in this year. We hope that in September we open this mobile framework, all developer, and then it's HTC or Android or Apple, all mobile devices control the TV application. This thing is now. July current state is metadata only handling is possible, but it's July, from September, you can control that is all mobile device. There is a TV mobile now. Currently, this is a very easy thing. That you subscribe with the event, and then it's a send event, XML data here. This thing is the tutorial and sample code on the Samsung developer forum. You want to do that, and there is changing some items. That's each way you can check that is your own mobile device. This is a UI controlled by Samsung side. There is a content provider, content developer is now complain about the thing. We want to do this our own UI, but it's Samsung control and manage their own UI. There is now some problems, but from September, you can make your own apps on mobile device. At the time, as a communication, you can use that as our API, framework API. That is, we hope there is a lot of the apps from the mobile device and jump into the TV application interaction. There maybe it's a metadata, such like that, very easy. Menu item, identifier, tag, this is a UI. The UI is Samsung controller. This thing is Samsung UI. You can only use that as your own metadata. You can own metadata, but this UI is a Samsung UI. That is, I said this sometimes, several times, is directly jump into the app from the SDK to TV set. How to download the app for testing. There's one slide enough. PC. You use the package, and there is a clip. The package zip file going into your local server, the main page. Maybe Apache server is HTTP directory. Maybe you can use that as a Windows server or Apache or some other local server, your PC, and then it's jump into zip file, your app, zip file jump into this, your local server. At that time, in TV side, you go to the setting, you make it only develop the ID, develop, and password is your own password, you log in, and you can see there's settings here, settings server IP, you input this your IP, and there's a click user application synchronization, click the app going to the TV side. TV bring the app from the SDK. And there is you can see there is such like a red line, the user 여기. That is, you check there is on TV side also. Because there is after completing the app, you posted the app, Samsung Developer Forum. At the time, Samsung is going into the app certificate. Samsung sends, maybe will send that as a depending list on TV set. It doesn't work. At the time, you send this app to TV and check it. What is problem now? And then you fix the bug and send it. Again, post the app, Samsung Developer Forum. At that time, maybe this thing is a very easy thing. A lot of Samsung Insider developers use this functionality also. Next is the tech spec and next SDK. This is a very difficult or very good information for a lot of developers. In this tech spec, include 2010, 2011. What is different or what is support or not? This is 2010, the HTML4. But it's 2011, HTML5. It means some HTML5 tags can be supported. Now it's video, audio tag all supported, and Canvas maybe it's 80 or 90% tag can be supported on Samsung Smart TV. Then maybe the spec now is released into the Samsung Developer Forum. You can check that as all tag plus HTML5. And it's JavaScript is 1.6 of 2010, 11 is 1.8. You know that it's 1.8, 1.8, 1.6 or 1.8. The speed is twice or 30 times differentiation. And flash side is several times I mentioned is the compatibility is not guaranteed by Adobe. There's 2010 Flashlight 3.1, ActionScript 2, this thing. Air is not supported, but it's 2011 here. Flashlight 3.1 also possible, but it's 10.1 is standalone side is possible. ActionScript 3. But it's some limitation, maybe very difficult. D6, maybe you know that is D6, D6000, or maybe D6700 model higher can be supported. Maybe. I know that this thing is very difficult because But as you can search this Google or any photo site, Samsung is a lot of models. At the time, this thing is some meaning. You can understand. Anyways, I want to mention about here, flashlight only, here 2010. But in 2011, Air and Flash 10.1 can be supported. But it's some confusing state. You can hear standalone, two-sided supported. But it's any developer selected 10.1, not going to the 2010. This is one big, maybe a point in here. And DRM. 2010 only is a Windows with the DRM 10. PD, portable device. But it's 2011 is wideband and plated supported here. This is you should understand that a lot of content providers request to us. We want to use that as our own DRM. But Samsung not comment about it because there is you should understand the firmware, how the firmware is made. Samsung make one binary code that says DRM should be inserted into the one binary code. It means the DRM should be reflected maybe 6 months before or 1 year before to Samsung HQ. At that time, Samsung is selected any more DRM and then porting into the Samsung Smart TV and then it's going into the market. In this thing, but it's a lot of DRM also is maybe exist, but it's Samsung now 3 items. Next year maybe VI is now considering about it is several more DRM, smooth streaming or some other DRM, but it's now only 3 can be supported. Windows DRM is also supported in 2011 product. It's next is adaptive streaming. It's a HAS, HAS. Maybe it's the general developer don't understand what is meaning. But it's a HAS is adaptive, HLS live streaming. That's it. 2010 supported. 2011 is SDK can support 2 side also. I think it's a lot of developers want to use that as adaptive streaming because there is sometimes the bandwidth is going into the low at the time switching the contents. That's needs that. Others live streaming maybe is the big company only want to use them. This is adaptive streaming, the Samsung own solution, HAS, HLS. That is next in live streaming is the standard OIPF and HTTP LS is Apple live streaming. This is a standard based thing. Wideband is maybe their own solution. Google side. Google launched this wideband live streaming. This is a wideband is the merged into the Google last year. This is the YPF is now is not supported, and wideband is TV is supported. Apple live streaming is supported here. This is based on this table. Any company selected what is our app. That is our use app. Don't care. That selected JavaScript. Is all going to the device, TV and every device. But as any content provider select this video app, at that time they check that it's all items. Because they selected flashing, but it's flashing, which flashing? Not streaming supported, not DRM supported, or this is a computing state. Communication time is take a long time to HQ, Samsung HQ. That is, this thing is maybe for your understanding. This next is what is SDK 3.0 is. This is a release date, alpha, September, beta, December. The formal is 3.0 is next year, February. September is the first IPA. IPA show will launch this SDK 3.0 is alpha. There's a lot of 2012 product included here. And maybe it's all devices, maybe device interaction, we can support all devices. Gyro sensor, some other information here. Also is a mobile primer. Here is a vacuum-based cool engine here. With a lot of items here. September. Just 2 months later, we will launch this SDK 3.0 Alpha on SDF, the public offering. This is the main point is advertisement and building system is included is Alpha. It means is a developer can make the money. This is, as you know, there is Android market and Apple market. A lot of developer on the money. But it's a Samsung Smart TV is no building, no ad system now. And complain about the thing. From this Alpha, there's an ad and building is possible. This is they can make their own money. The second is the device. All devices can be interactive smart TV. This is a health device, game device, or mobile devices. Any devices, all is possible. This is one is the strong point, and this thing is a 2012 product platform is always embedded into the here. We hope that is jump is stable. Last year the 3.0 is maybe next year February. This strategy is maybe it's the first try based on Samsung side, the pre-platform launch. This is there is Apple only released that is Alpha and Beta is 1 month or 3 months before. Samsung is 6 months before is launched the pre-platform this SDK. That is a big challenge now. And go to the third presentation file.